William Whalen here for GetMoreSports.com, and we've got one heck of a matchup this weekend as Arizona, number 7 in the country, travels to Utah, another top 10-ish team, to take on the Utes in a big-time Pac-12 showdown. A showdown that very well could decide the winner of the Pac-12 regular season title and to see who gets the number 1 seed heading into the Las Vegas Pac-12 tournament. Now, this game had a lot more excitement coming into it before Utah fell at Oregon, and that's understandable. I thought both teams would be on the same page, 2 conference losses going into that game, but obviously Utah falls, and now they sit a full game back behind the Arizona Wildcats. I've been predicting a Utah win in this game for months, namely because the home court advantage of the Huntsman Center, plus Daylon Wright being Daylon Wright, and the continued emergence of Brandon Taylor as a legitimate second option. One thing that has given me pause about Utah, certainly without a doubt, has to be Jordan Loveridge and his inconsistency. He was really pretty dreadful against Arizona last time. Efficient from the field, but nonetheless really not active at all on the boards, and that's where you have to be active against Arizona. They get so many second chance points, so many 50-50 balls on the boards that go their way, that they convert into points. They take advantage of mistakes so well, and that's something that Utah has to get rid of, and they have to lock that up, and a big key to that is going to be Jordan Loveridge. On the other side, Arizona, coming into this game, I haven't always been high on the Arizona Wildcats. I watched them last night in Boulder, and what I saw from this team was really the emergence of Gabe York as a perimeter scoring option is going to be vital for this team. How Utah chooses to match up with him is going to be key because they run him off so many off-the-ball screens. His release is so fast from the three-point land, and he can knock those down with incredible efficiency. Gabe York is a big-time piece for Arizona that just understands his role so well, and it allows him and his team to be successful. Of course, the point guard matchup with Arizona having T.J. McConnell on one side going against Wright is going to be extremely vital for the Wildcats to break even on. They don't have to win that matchup, but they got to break even. Rondae Hollis-Jefferson being his active self, making things happen in the open court, certainly making things happen defensively. But the big key to me for Arizona is 2 guys. Number 1, you got to get Stanley Johnson going early and often. He certainly took over the second half in the first matchup of these teams. I'd like to see him get going a little bit early, gain a little bit of momentum, and be able to neutralize the crowd a little bit in Salt Lake City because it's going to be surely rowdy. Another guy is Caleb Tarczewski. I have been really down on Caleb Tarczewski for a lot of his career. So much untapped potential. He didn't play tough enough for me, and offensively he's been largely ineffective over the course of his career compared to his physical talents. But what I saw last night in Boulder was a really confident big man, able to step down. He stepped down and hit a 12-foot baseline jumper that really showcased his development. He's always been really reliable at the line for a big guy. Rebounding, he's been strong in the past. This year he's fallen off a little bit. I think if he and Jacob Pearl can go head-to-head, and if Caleb Tarczewski can win that battle, I think that really helps Arizona's chances of getting out of Salt Lake City with a win. As many of you know who have watched the podcast, the videos, the site in general, I have Arizona losing this game to Utah, and ultimately whether this is going to be the deciding factor in the Pac-12 race, I'm not exactly sure because obviously these 2 teams will be split. It's probably going to come down to the last weekend. Utah's still got to go on the road to Washington and Washington State, perhaps 2 trap games. That's obviously going to be something to watch, but I believe that Utah will win this game, force a tie, and a shared regular season Pac-12 title between them and the Arizona Wildcats, and what a job Larry Kostoyak has done in Salt Lake City, taking this team from one of the worst high major programs just 4 years ago to now a legitimate top 10 team and a legitimate Final Four contender, and I predict them to share the regular season Pac-12 title with Arizona.